Think you don't qualify for a home purchase? Think again. Martin Tiger Team Real Estate, powered by the blowtorch that is EXP. Here with Rachael and Derek. So one of the biggest misconceptions is that everybody needs an 850 credit score to buy a home, right?
Absolutely.
Correct.
Yep.
You can
they
actually,
do?
no.
They don't.
No, that's the misconception.
Oh, the misconception. You got it. So what's an average credit score?
Average credit score is probably 640, 650.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of that lately.
So-
Somewhere in the mid sixes.
So what about folks, they've been through COVID, they managed their money well, but maybe they went without using much credit during COVID, or maybe they're younger and they didn't establish any credit in the last few years. They've been paying cash for everything. Their credit scores might be lower, or they just might have made a dent a little bit in their credit scores. What score can you help them down to?
So we can actually go as low as 580 now, and it's not a problem.
Oh,
a lot
wow.
of times they like to see a little bit extra money in their savings account for after closing, so that you're not walking away with $0 in your pocket. But other than that, we could do that all the time. Also, we have a way to do a credit rapid rescore. So let's say you're not quite to 580, or you're at 580, but we see potential to get you above 600 fairly easily. Within an hour or so, we could have all of that done, and it would take a full 3 to 5 business days altogether to get the score increased, rather than making payments towards the bureaus and waiting on those to hit and report.
So if I wanted to buy a home and my credit score was only 580, or maybe that affects somebody else who's watching the video today, does that mean they're going to pay twice as much in interest
No.
at a rate than the next person? Or
The rates are still very competitive at
Okay.
580.
All right.
Yeah, we have great rates all the way down to 580. There's definitely an impact in it, and that's the thing. You could be a 520 credit score, you could be a 580, you could be a 620. We take a full service approach to it, to where we're going to look at your credit, and we're such experts in it. We can say, okay, Mr. Smith, if you were to put $500 down on this credit card and provide me an additional statement, I can jump your score 40 points. And that goes into another point, that it's really important, even if you think you're going to buy a house 3 months, 6 months, a year down the road. It's very important to go ahead and get pre-approved and look at the credit. There are some things that could be on there, credit fraud, incorrect accounts, things like that we can clean up in advance and have you ready for when you buy your house. The misconception is that by pulling your credit, you're going to drop your score 15 points. That's just not the case. One credit pull may have a 1 to 2 point impact on your credit, but it's going to give you an opportunity to get ahead of it, where we may be able to raise you 60, 80, 100 points by taking a look at it ahead of the game.
So this would be a really good time for everybody out there to listen to just a quick snippet on opportunity cost, right? So home values are rising in Kansas City right now at a rate of about 12.1% this year in 2022. Less than last year, but still a really healthy clip. So if somebody wants to sit on the sidelines and wait for possibly the interest rates to go down in the hope that home values would also go down, you're making a mistake. If you look at a $400,000 home at 12%, that's $48,000
Exactly.
worth of equity they would lose if they didn't make the purchase now. And if they buy it at a slightly higher interest rate, they could always come back and refi later on.
Absolutely. We're a full service lender. We'll be able to take care of, once you get your credit in a more, lendable situation, we'll go back and clean it up. But to give you an example, Martin, I locked 2 loans for loan officers this morning on my way over here. One was an FHA 580 credit score, and one was a 20% down conventional loan. It was the exact same interest rate.
Holy
Because
smokes.
Yeah.
The FHA comes with PMI, so it's a little bit of an additional payment, but the government rates are still more appealing than the conventionals are.
Yep.
So they were actually able to get the same interest rate, both borrowers.
Wow. So what would be your final piece of advice to somebody out there who's thinking, which direction do I take?
Talk to one of us, talk to a loan professional, and we'll guide you, present you with all of your options, and help you make an educated decision. We're just here to help guide you and show you your options, and you make the decision on what's going to be best for you and your family.
And also, just paying off all of your debt doesn't always help increase your score. You could waste a lot of your savings paying things off that aren't going to impact your score at all, which is another reason why you need to talk to a loan professional, because we can tell you exactly what moves to make for the least amount of money to have the greatest impact.
Well, remember, life is better with the team.